All right. Well, today we have the CAO session. With it, we're pairing Angel's Envy.
Angel's Envy.
Thanks for tuning into Cigars, Liquor, and More as we join our buddies Bill
Howdy.
and our other brother Daryl
Smoke up, Johnny.
having fun in 2021. Broadcasting from our studio speakeasy as they talk about cigars, liquor, and anything else that comes to mind.
Our studio speakeasy is getting more fancy by the...
It is. It's getting fancier by the day. We just keep adding on to it. Not that that's a bad thing. I see everybody else is getting the little tents that you hunt from, whole hunting tents, and they put heaters in them, and they're all happy. Oh, I got out the 0 degrees with 2 heaters. I'm like smoking in a tiny tent. Like, ugh. I like what we have.
We're in a spacious garage with some
HEPA filters.
HEPA filters and forever sun and
Yeah, propane heater. Don't forget recording studio, lights.
recording studio. We got couches all over the place.
Oh my God. Okay, so today, the CAO session. This is a 5 1/4 by 54. This is from General Cigars. You know, CAO got bought by General Cigars a while ago. This is the Dominican Republic cigar with a Maduro U.S. Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Ooh la la. You know, I think that's why I like the flathead so much. Dominican binder and a Dominican and Nicaraguan filler, MSRP of $9. The Angel's Envy. This is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in a port pipe. I don't know what a pipe is. I guess it's not a barrel.
I don't know either, but we went through 4 ports on the last show.
We did. From the master distiller Lincoln Henderson's work. So he retired from Brown-Forman. And then his son said, hey, can we get back into this? So he's known for things like Gentleman Jack and Woodford Reserve. So he's got a good history. This is this I took from the site. Richly textured, silky, well-rounded, with ripe berried fruits, candied tangerine, light toffee, maple syrup. This is a new producer launched in 2011, and it was one of the first brands to begin double barreling. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. So this is bottled at 86.6 proof, and its MSRP is $44. What are you getting on the cold draw, Bill?
Fire.
You actually I saw you take a cold draw.
I did. I got tobacco.
There was some sweetness on the lips that really surprised me, and it seemed very Nicaraguan. It's spicy.
I was surprised by the tip. That's for sure. The flavor, just started, and you could tell I lit it not correctly.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's me. That's not the cigar.
Well, you're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Well, I'm following.
But it does.
Perdomo's
It's got some spice in it.
Wow, look how oily it is at the front when you light.
Yes.
Just lighting it made it really oil up.
Yes,
Holy mackerel.
It does all that.
It's got super oily at the front.
And
okay, I am looking forward. Wow, that is
like
strong. I hope it mellows.
Yeah.
Was your first hit really strong? This is coming off really harsh right away.
It was a bit harsh, but it's once it got moving just a little bit, it kind of calmed down.
Okay, all right, good. Oh, okay.
But you said a medium, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I think it probably is that initial lighting.
Yeah.
I probably heated it up.
It'll probably calm down.
A
lot of them do. A lot of them do calm down after the initial light.
The Angel's Envy is interesting. I don't have all that stuff they were trying to describe. Ooh. I do kind of get maybe some fruitiness. I don't know. I don't know what candied tangerine tastes like. I don't even know what that smells like.
I'm not sure I can tell you what tangerine tastes like.
Oh, they're fancy oranges.
Are they the small oranges?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
but not the cuties.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the cigars taming down pretty quick. But the Angel's Envy, I'm trying to
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's.
pick what I get here. It's smooth. I like it. It's pretty smooth.
I'm good with the fruity flavor, but yeah. Oh no, it's real smooth. I mean, 86 proof. Come on.
I assume the fruitiness
smooth
is
can
coming
it be?
from the port.
all that fruitiness is coming from the port. Just a port.
Probably. I mean,
what they call it, port pipe. It's coming from
Port
the port
pipe.
Port pipe. Port pipe.
Yes.
Blech. Port pipe sounds funny.
I am super
too
interested, though. They were some of the first to begin double barreling because, I have gone out and pulled a whole lot of things that have been double barreled. I've been on that kick, especially port sherry.
You really like the sherry.
Mm-hmm.
You really are into the sherry.
Yep. So I'm really happy about that. All right. Well, we'll give the cigar a little time to settle in. So you sent me an article from Mashable about Mercedes-Benz creating a 56-inch car dashboard they call the Hyperscreen.
Yes, the Hyperscreen.
Oh, my God.
A 55-inch dash that is nothing but a touchscreen. Well,
Yeah.
that's not entirely true.
Yeah.
Because it does have, on the right and the left, it does have place for vents, for air vents.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says a 56-inch curved touchscreen that takes almost the entire width of the car dashboard. Soon to debut in the company's EQS electric sedan.
Now, I didn't find anywhere where it said what the height at the highest point is. Because when you look at it, you can tell it's, it starts off little big on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Curve, the bottom curves up for around the steering wheel. It comes down to the center. That's got some depth to it, and then it flows off over to the passenger side. There was nothing that said what the depth of it was at its widest point. But man, now my assumption would be that initially everything has its spot, right? You have your tach, your speedometer, your temperature gauge, all that stuff. They're going to be electronic
Standard
visualizations
defaults to begin with.
But they're going to be in a spot you can't. I'm going to assume that you can't customize where they go.
I was thinking you could. I was thinking you probably can move a lot of these things.
I think the ability is going to be there, but if they ever do put that thing into production, I don't think it's going to be in the first version. I think that comes later on.
Maybe.
Or that's your base model, and then customization comes when you upgrade.
Honestly, there really shouldn't be a Mercedes base model that sucks. There should be the model they put out that they want to be awesome and be awesome. Just not mess around. We'll see. Obviously it's not out yet, so we don't know. Now, I thought was interesting.
Yeah, what I want to see is when you put on the left-hand turn signal, it goes from the middle of the driver's face. And highlights yellow towards, and scrolls towards the left-hand side, right?
Yeah.
So then right, it does the, you got your turn signal on. The little camera comes up
Still
there.
leave it on.
Shows you what's over there. Yeah.
So what I thought was interesting was that they said, of course, you've got 7 profiles, all with their own customized settings. Okay, fine. But what was interesting is it also is including adaptive behavior to learn the driver's behavior and preferences. So it makes suggestions for vehicle functions and entertainment using artificial intelligence. I don't know if I included it, but it has quite a brain. It has... Oh, drat. I think I did not include it. I did not include it. It was just a lot of data. I think it was something like 24 processors or something.
Holy crap.
Or maybe it was 24 gigs of RAM. Either way, it was a lot of processors and a lot of RAM. This was not like small. This was significant.
Well, I wanted to have the biggest bus that you can get out there to transfer information instantaneously, and I want big RAM.
So
and I want chips with big RAM on the chip.
So they're calling it the Mercedes-Benz User Experience, or MBUX. So look for MBUX, an OLED screen, and voice-controlled software.
Oh yeah, and it's OLED, which is fabulous because you can curve OLEDs. Fabulous. I think it looks really cool. Our audience should go out and look it up and take a look at it.
Definitely.
Looks awesome.
This one was on Mashable, but I mean, I'm sure they're everywhere.
Now I do have one problem, one possible problem that could come of this. So I don't know about you. So I've got a touchscreen in my truck, and the climate control system is all on the screen. I also happen to have buttons down below. So if I want to move the temperature, right, I want to make it really cold, really hot, or somewhere in between. If I'm driving down the road and I try to do that, and the car's moving because of the road, well, I don't get it where I want it to. But the buttons down below, physical buttons down below for moving the temperature, those work every time. So I get it right where I want it every freaking time. But on the touchscreen, I don't. So what's it going to be like trying to make selections on stuff when everything's touchscreen and you're driving down the road at
Voice
70 miles an
activated, right? Voice activated.
Oh yeah, that's something else that they said on there.
Yeah,
was that,
so
it's going to have the capability to be voice command.
Yeah, so it'd be voice command, or do it at a stop sign. I don't know.
Which is where you should do all that stuff anyway, but nobody, including me, does that.
Right. So I assume a lot of it would be voice command, and with the computing power that they said were going to put in it, it's going to be powerful. So they used a couple other key things here. They said that the Hyperscreen is both the brain and the nervous system of the car, and it continually gets to know the customer better and begins to deliver tailored, personalized infotainment and operating before the occupant even has to click or scroll anywhere.
Wow. Okay.
Well, like I said, it's going to be adaptive, employing AI techniques.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is, is it only in stuff you touch?
No idea.
That it becomes adaptive, or is it constantly scanning your face and finding out where you're looking and putting things to the right, easy to get to spots, or your body language, or so it knows how far to put the seat up or down or forward, back, or whatever.
No idea.
Is it doing all this stuff by scanning you, the entire time you're in the car?
No. I doubt it. I don't think it's got internal cameras that are scanning you. Of course, it still has seat pressure sensors.
Doesn't necessarily have to be cameras. It could be like LiDAR or something.
That's true.
Crazy. It's really damn cool, though. I think it's really cool.
So one example they gave, and Mercedes is calling this intuitive feature the zero layer.
The zero layer.
So if you always turn the heat up on Monday mornings or call your best friend from the car at a certain time, the climate control will start warming up, and the phone icon with your friend's number will queue up and appear on screen. So that it's kind of ready for you, right?
Yeah, that takes out some of the steps for you, and I guess that's part of the adaptive process.
Right. So I think I mentioned it before.
But who turns the heater on every Monday?
I don't know. But
there's got to be summer, right?
I think their point is they may know from just observing what you do under your profile, and then do more of that when you're in the car.
Well, when I worked retail, we would look at previous year's orders by
month over month, year over year.
Well, not just month, but what week fell in that month, what holidays fell in that month, and all that stuff, and then we would adjust our ordering based upon how the peaks happened and trends and stuff like that. So that sounds like it's doing that all on its own. You don't have to figure it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Even the iPad started to learn a little bit of that. I don't know which OS update that was, but instead of the bottom 3 icons on the right side being the last 3 apps you used, it started sticking apps down there that I hadn't used recently, but I was about to use. Because it knew on Monday morning I would get up and check my email, or it knew if I plugged my headphones in, I was probably going to Netscape, and then Netscape would pop up in the bottom right side.
What? Netscape's still around?
Oh my God. Why on earth did I say Netscape?
Showing your age there, son.
Netflix. Netflix would come up.
Netflix sounds more reasonable for an iPad.
Yeah, you think?
Netscape, not so much.
They're just trying to box them out to promote their own browser.
Yeah, well, yeah, they call it Safari.
But yeah, so it knows when I do certain things, it'll reply with different icons in the bottom right side, trying to guess what I'm going to do next. It would know that when I would open my pad on Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights, Zoom would be in the bottom right corner, and I hadn't used it in a week. But there's Zoom in the bottom right corner waiting for me to go, yeah, I'm going to turn that on.
Everything's watching you.
Uh-huh.
Everything's paying attention to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is going to be just the next level, very next level from the sound of it, because you don't put, God, I wish I could remember. It wasn't, it had a lot more gigs than it did processors. I want to say maybe 24 processors and 40 gigs or something. Or I'm sorry, megs of RAM. It was impressive.
Better be more than megs of RAM.
Yeah, no, gigs.
You're having a time tonight.
I am. I had a trying day.
Was it stressful?
It was stressful.
Now you get to relax, get to calm down.
Oh, speaking of which,
I also noticed
you notice it on the
chose
band?
your shirt selection so that you blended in really well with the furniture.
Oh yeah, no, I really, honestly, I did not choose the shirt to blend with the couch, but I am sort of camouflaged here, aren't I? Did you see what the band has on it?
Aside from Session.
So it's good looking band. It's red, silver, black.
I call
lettering.
it more of a orangish color.
The secondary band says sit, smoke, chill.
Excellent.
I like that.
Excellent. Yeah. Everybody should do that.
Okay, so thank goodness I'm about a half inch into the cigar. It mellowed out pretty quickly. I think I just lit it hot or something.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, because it had me scared. And I love CAO, and I love Connecticut Broadleaf.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially this dark. I like the Maduros.
Oh, it's a gorgeous wrapper. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
So I'm super glad. Oh, it got real nice. Although, maybe give it a little bit more before we talk too much.
The sweetness on the tip still kind of, I find that still
I don't
very
think
odd.
they sweetened it, though.
You don't think so?
No,
you think that's part of it?
No, it's too mild. It's not.
It's not bold and in your face sweet.
No, it doesn't taste like sugar. It tastes like some sweetness you get from some wrappers.
Yeah? Well.
Or you could lick it halfway up and see what it's like. Yeah, maybe they sweeten the tip. So, all right, what are we getting on this guy? Let's think about the cigar for a minute. I have to stop and think again now.
While you were talking in the beginning, I thought about it a little bit, and I was getting some earth and wood and a little spice. I can't, beyond that. I've been having difficulty just trying to narrow stuff down past the major categories. That's a Bill problem.
Sure. This thing is super smoky. That oil is really producing a lot of smoke.
It is.
And the good news is, even though we've got some Nicaraguan tobacco in the filler, Dominican and Nicaraguan, I think it milds it out a bit. Its retrohale is only very mildly peppery. It's not real harsh at all. So there's a little sweetness I just on the mouth, just from the taste, not the smoke itself. And then it's woody and leathery, and there's some little spice in there. I'm going to call it a Nicaraguan spice. But
It tastes like a bit of Nicaragua.
It's really nice. This is so smooth. I have to admit though.
Oh, it's a
I
very
think I
smooth
still
cigar.
like the flathead better.
Now that it's going, I would definitely put it in the medium category. When it first started out, I was concerned that it wasn't a medium.
I was too.
But yeah, I still like it. I still do prefer the flavor of the flathead over this. But this is a pretty good stick.
This is a good new offering. But I do still like the flathead a little better. And I guess that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. It was one of our favorites for about 2 years, right?
Well, it's still one of my favorites. The 7x70 can be a bit much sometimes.
It can take a while to smoke. It's an investment of time, we say.
The 6x60 is a little bit easier. This is
I poured a little heavy there.
Oh.
Got a bill pour.
It happens every now and then. This is a 5 1/4 by 54. So
Yeah, so a 54. This is bigger than a
smoke for this.
Robusto. What's the size up from a Robusto?
I don't know. I'm going to have to get a picture that has all the sizes of what their names are.
Yeah, we don't have enough schlock in here yet.
We need stuff on the walls, man. We need cigar and liquor related stuff on the walls. So if you open up your cigar scanner app,
All right. Which we recommend highly. Everyone should go get it. It's a wonderful app.
So you get your cigar scanner and you go to Tools, which is the menu down here, and you have Cigar 101, Cigar Places, Cigar Shapes, Wrapper Colors, and ring gauge
I forgot that's
tools.
in there.
So now the cigar shapes, it would be nice on their little logo that or on their page that if the cigar shapes had what the size is as well. When you click on it, it'll say average sizes.
Okay.
So what did you say? So
5 1/4 by 54. So I think it's the 54 that puts it out of the Robusto, right?
Yeah, Robusto is 5 to 5.5 inches and
Right.
a 50 ring gauge.
Right. 50 is the standard. So what is slightly bigger than that?
Toro is
No,
6
that's
by
6.
50.
Yeah, 650. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody, just hang with us. We'll be there in a second.
we'll get there eventually.
A double Corona, maybe? See double Corona.
They've got Grand Corona, which is 6.5 by 46.
No.
Double Corona, 6.75 to 8 by
Oh, my.
49 to 54.
Okay, so I had the gauge, but I did not realize they had to be shorter. All right.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this is. Okay, well,
Yeah, that's the interesting classification.
I will again say this. I can't get away from it. As the Angel of Envy sits here on my leg and warms up, it is getting smoother and smoother, and I'm getting more of that candied flavor, like the toffee and the maple syrup they're mentioning. So I'm getting that sweet. It's getting much sweeter.
Yeah, the before I set it down, I started to get more of a maple flavor.
Yeah, so I thought this was... So again, I want to try to encourage people. Everybody can drink however they want, obviously.
They classify it as a Robusto.
No.
5.5 by 54. It says Robusto right next to it.
That's a lie.
The 6 by 49 Toro, 6 by 60 Toro.
6 by 60 is a Gordo. What are you talking? What are they doing? No, okay. I negate them now.
You gotta send a message to Cigar Scanner because
Nope.
that's where it is.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just call it a Robusto. It'll be
A round Robusto. That's what they got.
Yeah, we'll go with the manufacturer, I guess. But
Well, no, I don't think. Well, I don't know if it's the manufacturer classifying it as that, but that's how it's classified on Cigar Scanner.
well, it's probably how the manufacturer classified it. But anyway,
Either way, it's a lovely little size.
well,
No, it's a good size.
it's kind of big for its little size.
It's a good size. It's a good size stick, and good flavor.
All
Really
right.
good flavor.
let's come back with a little bit more discussion and review after these brief messages.
Our CLM Weekly giveaway is sponsored by Drunk Chicken Cigars. You can get 10% off your order at drunkchickencigars.com by using the promo code CLM2020. This week's winner is the Cigar Pulpit. Congratulations, the Cigar Pulpit. Send us a message so that we can send you your prize of 2 Drunk Chicken Cigars. Register at cigarsliquorandmore.com to be entered in our weekly giveaway.
I'm enjoying this cigar. This is a good cigar.
Life is good.
Life is good. And not just the company LG.
No, there's life's good. That's why I said life is good.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to violate copyright.
No.
But then you just did.
No.
Well, you can refer to them.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's a technicality, but it's an important technicality.
It is. Okay.
It's just like when we're doing a podcast, we can read portions of articles, but we have to do more than just read them. We have to talk about them, discuss them, right? Review them.
Right. Otherwise, you're just rebroadcasting the news. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So technicality.
Criticize them. Don't forget critique.
Oh, you can criticize them all you want.
That's our specialty.
Well, we do. We try to keep it nice on the show, but we damn sure criticize when we're not recording.
Yeah. My mama always said, if you haven't got something nice to say, don't say anything at all. So if I'm putting it on the airways, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna grab a cigar and a liquor and then just review it to bag on it. I'll drink it ahead of time and go, yeah, let's not review that.
Yeah. And it's happened.
It's happened. There's a couple bottles where like, oh, this is for orange juice.
Amen to that.
This is for cranberry juice.
Amen to that.
This is not the marketing that they
Speaking of which,
forward.
Is there an old fashioned stint in our future?
You know what? So I was just thinking about this very day, and then I forgot to do it.
This very day.
So I was going to bring over lemon juice, so keep lemon juice here. And because I got a super fancy lemon juice. Yeah, it's organic Italian fresh lemon juice. So I don't know.
Is it most fresh lemon juice organic?
Well, not if it wasn't grown organically. This is not the description of the carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen bonds it's composed of. This is a description of how it was grown. But I meant to bring one over, and I thought what we ought to do is with all these bourbons and whiskeys, we should throw in an old-fashioned just to see what they're like every single time.
Oh.
So
I like that.
And I intended to, and then I got busy making dinner. And I forgot to grab the lemon juice.
Oh, look at you being all husbandly and stuff. You know? Thinking of your family instead of the show.
I made tacos tonight.
Nice.
We had taco night. Mm-hmm.
Were they fancy tacos? Just regular tacos? What kind of tacos?
I don't know. What makes it fancy? We had, the taco meat, cheddar, tomato, lettuce, avocado, rice, salsa, sour cream. That's fancy, right? Is that fancy? No, what makes it fancy? Does it have to have truffles?
You got to stick your pinkies up when you eat them. Now, I don't know. They've got like Torchy's tacos that have all kinds of weird taco stuff.
Oh, no, yeah. No, we just had regular shells.
I call those like fancy.
Yeah. No, we just had regular shells.
And what's up with
vegetable
those
little
bitty
tostadas?
Shells things in?
Tostada shells.
Yeah, I want taco shell. I don't.
Well, what if you want tostadas? Then you have tostadas. Oh, we didn't have refried beans.
So tostadas translates to mini taco.
I guess for you. One of the keys is I've never had a soft shell tostada, so they're always a crisp corn shell. But they're around.
I always prefer soft.
Yeah, so they're around. It's probably 3 inches in diameter. And they're around crispy shell. And then you pile stuff on it and you eat it in tostada.
I like being able to wrap it all up so I don't make a great big huge mess like I do with the crunchy taco shells.
So do you do the fold at the bottom? You don't just fold them in half. You do the fold at the bottom, so when you hold it up, it doesn't drain.
Instead of having tacos, we typically have burritos. We do taco type fixins, and then make a burrito out of it.
Yeah, I don't fold the bottom because then I can't stuff it as full as I want. So what I do is I just put a napkin at my elbow.
Well, you see, if I don't fold the bottom in, I'm gonna make a huge mess. I'm a messy eater, not as messy as Cassie, but I'm a messy eater.
My son folds the bottom in, and Cassie just laughs about how it squished out at everywhere when she bites into it. And I, of course, put a napkin at my elbow.
Y'all are funny. So what are you thinking of it? You still liking it?
Yeah, we're about halfway through. It's mellowing even more. I find that it's even mellower. What do you think?
I think it's gotten a little bit more woody.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot more woody. But it's definitely mellower though. I think the wood replaced the leather. It's still earthy. Now it's earthy and woody.
I really wasn't getting leather to begin with.
Okay.
But I was getting what to me was like a decent mixture of a wood and an earth, and now it's just more woody than it is anything else. That sweetness is still there. The spice is still there. The sweetness being there still kind of drives me a little crazy.
Well, I like that. I like the smoke output. I think it'd chase you out of a wooded tent blind, though.
Yeah.
This is a lot of smoke. You'd have to ventilate. Yeah, you know what though? Nobody can smoke a cigar in one of those little tents without ventilating. They have to have something open, even cold, right?
I would think so. I think they're just trying to capture some heat because they don't have a sweet setup like we do.
Yeah, let's take a minute to rub that in. This is so comfortable in here. It's actually slightly more comfortable than the living room because I can't hear my children.
That's a fabulous point, and you're miles away. Well, we weren't going to bash anybody on the show, but
not including my children.
We'll rub stuff in.
Not including.
Not including your children. I'm talking about people that never mind.
Other people. Well, I didn't have anybody in mind to bash, but my children.
So I wanted to.
Oh, look out! You better ash that thing before it falls on you. You got a third of that thing all. There you go.
So I did want to bring up the message, the email that we got from.
CRA sent us.
Yeah, CRA. So Cigar Rights of America. If you're not a member, go join up.
Definitely,
they've been helping a lot with
litigiousness,
with your rights to be able to smoke a cigar without undue regulation.
Undue regulation and taxation.
Yep.
Well, I don't think this had anything to do with taxation. Sorry. Go ahead.
So the what was this dated? I don't know. What is today's date?
20th.
The 20th. Okay, so this is dated the 19th. This is dated the 20th. It says last night the Food and Drug Administration
on the 19th. Okay.
The FDA and the Center for Tobacco Products (CTP) released the final substantial equivalence (SE) and pre-market tobacco products application (PMTA).
Oh my! They even had that acronym. That come on. For God's sake.
Yeah, pre-market tobacco product application rules to address deemed products. While the rules apply regulations to a wide variety of products, FDA stopped short of applying the new regulations to, and they have in quotes, premium cigars, acknowledging that the agency is evaluating industry comments and its own research on the category. And not only that, right, because a lot of comments were put in, but a judge told them, you didn't evaluate the product, you didn't do this,
right.
So you got to go back and do that. So they went ahead and released the rules, but carved out an area for premium cigars. And the quote is, "At this time, FDA is not finalizing the proposed SE rule with respect to premium cigars. Rather, FDA will take appropriate actions once it has further considered the comments submitted to the deeming rules docket that suggested FDA create a streamlined SE process for premium cigars." So that's nice to know, right? So the manufacturers for premium cigars gets a little leeway there.
I'm a little concerned about the next few lines, though.
So the final rule reflects targeted efforts by Premium Cigar Association (PCA) and Cigar Rights of America (CRA). Sign up for Cigar Rights of America. Over many years,
it's $25.
$25.
You get 2 cigars and a
premium
membership.
cigars.
Just do it.
Yeah. Over many years to educate the FDA, CTP, and White House officials with category-specific data on premium cigars as they relate to public health risk.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Get to the good part.
So now we have a federal definition of what a premium cigar is.
Yes, this is the concerning part.
Yeah, so this is 1107.12 is where the definition is. The definition is premium cigars means a type of cigar that 1 is wrapped in whole tobacco leaf, 2 contains a 100% leaf tobacco binder, 3 contains at least 50% of the filler by weight long filler tobacco, i.e. whole tobacco leaves that run the length of the cigar, 4 is handmade or hand-rolled, i.e. no machinery was used apart from simple tools such as scissors to cut the tobacco.
So that's going to be hard for Newman, right? So Newman's no longer a premium cigar.
Some folks do get knocked out by this. 5 has no filter, non-tobacco tip, or non-tobacco mouthpiece. 6 does not have a characterizing flavor other than tobacco.
So this is going to be a problem for all the infusions that Drew does, where they have we hang the leaves and we throw mist in the air, I think is what something like that. I don't know exactly, it's company secret, but Drew Estates is going to have a problem with this. They have a lot of uniquely flavored cigars.
Yeah, and of the flavored cigars, they're the top.
They're the king.
Yeah, there's so many flavored cigars.
And such a big market share.
Mm-hmm.
They are... So here's what's funny. This isn't just affecting children. Adults like flavors too.
Exactly. Exactly. 7 contains only tobacco, water, and vegetable gum with no other ingredients or additives. Again,
that's the Drew action.
The Drew Estates and brands like them that do the flavored cigars. And 8 weighs more than 6 pounds per 1,000 units.
Yeah, so I think they're taking out cigarellos, right?
Yeah.
But they're machine manufactured anyway. Nobody hand rolling cigarellos.
Nobody hand rolled perfectly.
So, that's not an issue. So Drew has to be very upset.
They've got to be really concerned because, the acid line is a huge moneymaker for them. It's a huge revenue stream. Maybe not be a big moneymaker.
I think it's a big moneymaker,
but
too.
It's a huge revenue stream. Well, I don't know. I mean, what's their margin on those things? I would imagine
I don't know,
they have
but I bet it's high.
A bigger margin on things like Liga than they do on things like acid.
I don't know. That'd be something you have to ask them. I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, go and sign up for CRA, Cigar Rights of America, if you have not, because they have been fighting for us. They continue to fight for us and help those that enjoy premium cigars.
Yeah. Okay. So there's good there. There's goodness in there.
There's a whole lot of good in there.
There's a whole lot of good in there, but there is some that I just...
The vast majority of what it is that we enjoy is covered by this.
True.
But there is an entire segment of the cigar smoking population
right.
that this just
it's decimated
tosses out the window.
Yes. and they're adults. That's the key. Is it? I don't think Drew Estates is marketing to children.
Nobody.
No cigars marketing to children.
No.
You can argue it for vapes because they did go on young platforms and advertise specifically to youth.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, adults also like the flavored vapes.
Yep.
I did see an article that they were talking about people who are quitting smoking, and they said, okay, the new vapes will only be able to be tobacco flavor. And they go, and your smoker says, well, I'm trying to get away from an addiction that tastes like tobacco.
Yeah.
I want grape. Can I have grape?
I want something else.
I don't want tobacco. It just brings me back to smoking.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have gone back to smoking. So if it's a smoking cessation, which it is, then now you've just defeated it. You've ruined it.
Yeah, which is look
at me wrong. I'm not a huge vape fan. I don't vape. But I don't think it should be stopped either. That's the libertarian in me.
Stop regulating morality.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop regulating morality. Let if somebody wants to hurt themselves doing something, let them do it.
I agree.
It's called personal responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You take it, or you make your decisions. You live by the consequences of those decisions.
Well,
that's a Bill thought.
So there's an argument, though. Let me play devil's advocate a little bit here. You say, well, but our healthcare system cares for everyone, regardless of their decisions. So if you drive around without a helmet in your motorcycle, you are still cared for in the unit, even though your injuries may be much more severe. That's why they want us to wear seatbelts and made it a law, blah, blah, blah. They legislate a lot of things that go against our freedom for our health. Not the big things like fat and sugar, of course, but the smaller things like helmets, seatbelts, and vaping, and cigarettes and liquor. But I'm against all that as well.
Okay, by that same argument, then everything that causes heart problems,
yes,
should be regulated and banned.
Well, that's what they tried to do.
That is the highest killer.
That's what they tried to do when they took salt off the table of the New York restaurants, remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they are trying to mess with this, and they have an argument. Well, if we're going to pay for your health insurance, you're going to do what we say, because this is for the good of all. And the good of all always takes away personal independence.
But you got to define that line. And if your health care comes 100% from the government, sure, the government should be able to tell you to do that.
Well, but that's a big argument that they can't either,
If I, between me and the company I work for, we pay for our own insurance, then they can limit if they want to.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
I think the honest truth is nobody should be able to, but we shouldn't say that you can't, because that is a liberty and freedom issue, my nickel. And if you say, well, then we want to do this because everybody gets, it's a tax on the healthcare system at large. And I go, well, then stop making healthcare free. Okay. When people have to pay for what they're actually doing, then they will monitor what they want to do. Sort of like when people say, people speed to the level they can afford. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So then people will be as unhealthy to the level they can afford. Let them be their throttle.
Yes.
But that's not going to be how it works. How it's going to work is
and then when you have
that
life-altering event and financial-altering event, then you go talk to Vinny.
Indeed.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Me neither.
Not my forte.
Well, I am really enjoying the Angel's Envy. I'm a little disappointed, though. I wanted it to be a better pairing. I thought they were both sort of medium strength, medium bodied kind of flavors. But I don't feel like the Angel's Envy goes very well with this cigar.
It's not the best choice for this cigar. It's not a primo pairing, but I mean, I wouldn't turn it down. That's for sure.
It's not clashing.
The
it's
Angel's
not
Envy by
great.
itself, I think, is really good. I wonder what it would be at a higher proof. And you would think the Angel's Envy would be a higher proof, wouldn't you?
So there's still, like you said, there's still kind of a new company. They're considered mavericks in the industry because they're some of the first that began double barreling. But we have good names, right? We got some former master distillers from Brown Forman and my family, and they're making good juice.
They are.
So, again, I just wish it paired better with this cigar.
And a beautiful bottle.
Yeah, and they have the little wings on the back for the Angel, I guess. And, I gotta say, that's a bold name, right? Like, the Angel Share, that's not very good. The Envy is what we got. That's...
Yeah, the Angels didn't get this. We did, so they're envious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, it tells its own story right there.
Yeah, but
assuming you know what the Angel Share is.
I think the key is the sort of tanginess, the dryness that comes on the back of the Angel's Envy is what I don't like with the cigar.
With the cigar.
Yeah.
By itself, I like it.
Same.
But yeah, it's not a primo pairing.
I would try to find something else to go with this. In fact, my very next thing I would try would be a rum.
Less dry.
Yeah, my very next thing would try a rum.
Or an old fashioned.
Yeah, old fashions can be pretty sour though.
True.
I mean, you can always add more sugar and make them sweeter, right? No, it won't be dry. But I did have higher hopes for the pairing. Individually, I like them both, but the pairing, not excellent. All right.
So are you still getting any leather? Did it
Nope.
all just completely
No,
go
leather's
away?
gone. In fact, the woodiness is just about gone too. I'm just getting earth but smooth, very smooth earth.
Oh, it's completely smooth. But yeah, a lot of that wood went away too. Towards the middle, it really picked up. The wood flavor really picked up,
it did.
and then it died down again.
I wonder if a lot of that was temperature. I think that has to do with where you are in the cigar.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But I do like CAO a lot, and I do like this cigar, but I do still like the Flathead better. If I were picking up two CAOs, it would probably be a Flathead and a Brasilia.
Yes.
So, this guy is good offering, but CAO has better offerings. My nickel.
They do. One of the things that I don't particularly. One of the things that pushes me over the edge for this in favor of other CAO bands is the coating that this has on the after you've exhaled or blown out the smoke. There's just a little bit of a coating. It doesn't last long, but it's there. And I'm never really a fan of the coating, the coating thing on the cigar.
Yeah.
So that's what would push me to other bands in CAO. Just talking about CAO.
Yep. I am.
And I would dare say an Italia as well.
But I was just buying two at the time.
So, yeah, but it is a little reminiscent of the big block.
It is absolutely, and I think it's that broadleaf, Connecticut broadleaf.
Yeah, I think so too.
Connecticut broadleaf is getting more popular. I remember when it came out, the Flathead that is, there weren't a lot of Connecticut broadleaf because Connecticut Shade was the primo one.
Yep, Connecticut Shade.
And the broadleaf, you get a lot fewer cigars from each leaf. I think they're either smaller or more difficult to work with, one of the two, or maybe both. So they weren't very popular. But after the Flathead came out, I started to see a lot more Connecticut broadleaf, and I started picking them up. Sorry.
Also makes me wonder about availability. Did
Right. I mean, there's going to be fewer cigars made because they make fewer from each leaf, right?
So, one thing one thing I'm a little curious about. I don't think I'm curious enough to dig into it, find out. But how much acreage do we have devoted to growing tobacco for cigars?
Oh, good question. Don't know.
Maybe one day I'll look it up. But it and what has it done? Can we trend it over time and see? I'd be willing to bet we've increased acreage.
Oh, we would have had to. The cigar boom has been large, and Connecticut is a very popular wrapper. So I assume it's gone up. And I assume it's gone up a lot. But especially since so many fewer acres are being planted with cigarette tobacco.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I assume it's gone up. Or those fields are being planted with pot. Which is what I thought was probably going to happen. There's a lot of acres that were in Carolinas that are like, what do we do now?
Yeah, I guess by the premium rule definition of a premium cigar, you couldn't put any marijuana in there at all.
No, because it would not be a tobacco leaf. Yeah, that's correct. I don't think anybody had that plan, but I bet somebody has that plan. I've not heard it.
I bet some rollers have at least tried it.
Oh, yeah. The rollers, of course the rollers have.
All right, man. Wrap us up.
Oh, I like this cigar a lot. I like this bourbon a lot. I don't know that I would pair them again, but I do love the CAO line, and I like the Connecticut wrapper.
CAO has just so many great bands. Angel's Envy, I like it. I agree with you. Not primo pairing.
There you have it. I feel better.
Heck yeah.